And we are live once again. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to another Euro Truck Simulator 2 stream. Looks like we're in a bit of a roll. Um, and excuse the back, excuse the black screen. Um, we are just about to get into it right now. So I wanted to do something a little bit different today as we wait for the game to load up. As you could probably tell by the thumbnail, we've got a new truck for today. So I thought to myself, I know I like the Scania. That's my baby right now. That's my bae, that's my boo. But I do want to switch it up a little bit every now and then. That's definitely still going to be my primary truck. But I obviously do want a bit of variety. And not only will it spice things up for myself, but also spice things up in terms of content as well. So I'm gonna see how it's gonna go. I am gonna make a YouTube video of it and just see what the response is like. Interestingly enough, I might have to check something. I might have to check something. I think we're good though. I think we're straight. Because I've got a video coming up from the journey that we did yesterday together, and I'm pretty sure I recorded a previous one as well. And I don't know whether I've got the two mixed up or not. I actually didn't pay attention to... See, when you're editing, you do things a little bit differently. Because one might ask, oh, how do you not check it during editing? And I was checking for anomalies, checking for like anytime I pause the game, etc. You tend to sort of try and cut that out of the video. I didn't take notice of where we were going though. But I'm certain it was yesterday's run to France. But yeah, God knows, man. I guess I'll check it if I remember. I'll have to check it once the stream is done, once the current stream is done, which may not be for a while. I've got a couple things planned for tonight. So we've got this little run that we're gonna do now. I've got some truckers multiplayer, in the plans as well. And then I promised Punk that we do some Roblox as well. So he's gonna show me some maps, some new games within Roblox. So that's also going to be on the agenda. So it's going to be a little bit of a busy evening. But listen, it's Friday, we're chilling. In the UK at least, it's raining outside, so we're nice and warm in here. Let's make the most of it, man. So I've only driven this truck a little bit. I forgot what it's called. Pegaso, something of the sort. I know I believe it's a Spanish manufacturer. Either it's a Spanish manufacturer, or it's just that I read that it was at the Barcelona show in like 87, which is obviously almost 30 years ago now. So it's definitely a classic, but it's what I wanted. And I feel like from now on, instead of just using the same truck to get around, to get by from country to country, we'll spice it up a little bit. Like I said, we'll add some variety. I'll look for a truck before every video I do. Basically, I want it to be a thing where for every video, there's a different truck. Now, obviously, there's a limit to that. Because as much as there's a ton of mods for Euro Truck, a lot of truck mods are just variations of trucks that are already in the game. So for me, I feel like there's not much point. I feel like those are more for, let's say for example, you're into the old school Scania, but you want some more modifications, you want to be able to do a bit more with it in the tuning department, in the engine power department. So I feel like for that, those mods are, for that sort of customer or for that sort of player. But if you want like a completely new truck something like this, there's actually surprisingly not that many options. I'm sure over the years there's been a lot, but I don't know whether they get updated as they should. So, I mean, I had a bit of a look earlier and I couldn't see much. I guess I'll give it some more time next time around, and we'll kind of like just see, you know, see what we find, see what we come across, all of that good reason. But yeah, here we are with our Pegaso. Say 400 brake horsepower truck, so it's about just a little bit over a third of all right, a little bit no, what? Anyway, it's a lot less than what we're used to with the Scania. I don't know why I've got the DAF light there. I thought I removed that, but not a problem at all. So yeah, I kind of like the look of it. It looks pretty cool. Got my attention. I was looking for something like this, so it's pretty much spot on. We are hauling behind us a VAB HOT, a military vehicle of some sort. So it's only 13 tons, so we shouldn't have too much of a difficulty carrying it. But again, this isn't the most powerful truck, so yeah, we're gonna see. We've got cruise control, we've got a retarder on board. Let's get our window up. So this is the interior, pretty simple, pretty old school. It's actually got a manual gearbox. Now, unfortunately, I don't, at this time, have a shifter. So by force, we're gonna have to go auto on the gearbox, which is a bit of a shame, but you know, could be worse. We've got also a little navigation there. Of course, it doesn't come with a screen, but like I said, it does have a retarder. It does have cruise control as well, which actually surprised me, but definitely not complaining. So yeah, I think without further ado, we're due in 12 hours game time. So I think we'll probably do a couple runs before we hit multiplayer. So without further ado, let's get moving. So now I don't know what this sounds like. I haven't got a clue, but I do feel that the audio could have been a little better, if I'm going to be honest. All right, we've definitely underpowered. Definitely underpowered. Let's try that again. So, yeah, again, I don't know what this sounds like. IRL Pong. There you are, lads. Welcome. How you doing, mate? I literally just mentioned you. I was talking about the plan for tonight's stream. I was saying we'll have some of this, some ETS2 ETS2 single player, then some multiplayer, then we'll do some Roblox. So I guess we'll see what it's looking like, because this is going to be a relatively short journey. So I'm thinking either we can do a couple single player runs and see how things go from there, or we just do a single run, do one or two routes on multiplayer, see how that pans out. I'm interested to see the player count as well for a Friday evening. That should be interesting. Friday evening EU time. It's currently 6:30 almost in the evening, so I'm expecting it to be busy. And then we'll see how much Roblox we can fit in. I want to give Roblox at least like a good 2-3 hours, so we'll try and fit that in. Let me know if audio is good as well. I hope the game's not too loud. The truck's pretty loud in my headphones, but I thought the music was also loud, and then when I listened to the stream, I found out that it actually wasn't too bad. So thank you very much for that confirmation. Appreciate it. How's your day been, Pong? How you been today? We're currently heading to Poland, the city of, let's see if I can pronounce this. I can't pronounce that, I'm not going to try. But we're heading to a city in Poland. We've got 13 tons behind us. Really? What time is it over there? Isn't it? Oh, it's like 10 a.m. there, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken. Thinking between like East Coast, West Coast, and all the coasts in the US. Oh, it's 1:26 p.m. All right. So what's only 5 hours? Yeah, I'm always like, I always get surprised by the variance in time. I know obviously the continent is huge, but it's still like one country. So it's always wild to me how different the time zones are. I'm struggling just a little bit up here, but we've managed to make it up. Not the most confident, inspiring section. Now, the intention was to start from Stuttgart, which was where we ended yesterday. And unfortunately, the save game for it doesn't exist. So I'm not sure why. I don't know whether multiplayer sort of messed around with the save files. I know it creates its own save file anyway. But I just found that pretty interesting that the save file just didn't seem to exist. So I've had to go to, I think it's Mannheim. We started off at in Mannheim, which is not too far from Frankfurt. No, not too far from Stuttgart, judging by the map. And silly enough, I forgot to buy a garage in Stuttgart, so I couldn't teleport there either. So, bit of an L, but hey, at least I got a video out of it, and that's gonna go up tomorrow. Almost gonna see this little car there. That was our exit, never mind. So yeah, pretty basic layout. I mean, it's a truck from the 80s, so, you know, we're not going to expect much. But I like it. It's a nice change from the modern and the new, and the cameras for mirrors and, you know, all that good stuff. Because of my GPS. I got my little GPS in front of me on the window. To be honest, if I was left, you know what, that wouldn't be a bad idea to sort of see. I guess it could be a good video to like see if I can make it to another country or to another city without navigation at all, just following like the maps. But I would have to bring up some old school tactics of sketching out the map and writing down what cities I need to be going through and what countries I'm going to end up in. So, you know what, with that actually, if I was to get like an economy mod as well, so then I can have like a budget and then plan like tolls, fuel, that would be really, really interesting. You know, I was thinking about this earlier. If I was doing like content creation full time, right? Or let's just say if I was making revenue from any of it, then obviously I could dedicate time to it. And I was just thinking to myself, like, the ideas that sometimes come to my head, like, I could do so much. I could really do so much, man. It's just time. It's just like I already play like a million different games in one go. Like last week it was Fortnite, this week it's Eurotruck, next week it could be, I don't know, it could be back to Train Sim World, which I've mentioned is a possibility. Like, it really could be anything. And so that means I have even less time to maximize content for each game. But the possibility is always there, which is, I guess, the main thing. So yeah. the best tactic is to read highway signs, but the best tactic is to read highway signs and know what you're looking for. Because right now, as I'm heading to Poland is next door to Germany. Like, it isn't the longest journey, you know, we've ever done. It's not crazy, but I still haven't got a clue how I'd get there without, like, you know, without a GPS. This car right here in front of us, and what's it, in a Bar 500. I really love these cars. I was so close to actually getting one recently, but I've now got my eyes set on a new car. And speaking of a new car as well, see, I just get ideas. So I was sitting earlier in the kitchen, and I thought to myself, so I'm currently studying. I'm currently at university, and the things that we're studying, because I've been out of education for a while, I'm taking it all in as if it's the first time, although some of the things are things that I've learned before. And I thought to myself, wouldn't it be a good idea to, like, the things that I learn, and this is the best way to even know, or the best way to gauge whether you've actually learned something or not, is to teach it to others. So I thought to myself, wouldn't it be sick to have a YouTube channel where, with all the things that I learn, I then teach? Because the hack for YouTube a lot of the times, if you're not, like, big already, is content that's like how-tos. My best video on this channel is a how-to. My second best video on this channel is a how-to. And then I think my fourth best video is a how-to. So they always seem to hit. And realistically, the thing about how-tos is someone's always going to need help with something. Like, how-tos never get old. So, but then again, I need a whole new channel for that, because it won't make sense to put on this channel. And now, as we're talking about, you know, getting a car, if I was to make real life car content, I couldn't do that on this channel. I guess I could, but it would make more sense to make a whole new channel for, like, real life content. There's just so much that goes on here, it's ridiculous. I think the best way to content create is to be early to own your game. Yeah, see, that's what I used to do with Train Sim World. Back in Train Sim World 2, and for most, I think, or at least for the beginning of Train Sim World 3, that was what I used to do. I used to buy the DLC, and then that same day that it gets released, I would make a video on it or a live stream on it. And my best live stream was for Navacare Dresden, when that came out, the Meissen branch. When the Meissen branch came out, I live streamed it that same day, and I got, like, a lot of the views came after the stream was, like, published, after I finished. But even during the stream, there was many people. But to this day, I think it's had 200 and something views, which for a live stream is crazy, because YouTube doesn't push publish live streams the way it would do a video. So for that to have 200 plus views is wild to me. So yeah, day one content. But then again, you can only release it so early, because then you have, like, for example, with Train Sim Worlds, you've got DTG ambassadors who get the game or the DLC before release date. So you can't compete with that. You're always, if you're not a Dovetail Games ambassador, you're not going to be the first one to showcase a DLC or a room. So, but then you have the advantage of people trusting you to be honest with your opinion. When it comes to ambassadors, whether it's the truth or not, a lot of people assume, because they're working alongside Dovetail, that, and this applies to other games as well, but people assume that their opinions are biased, and, you know, they'll only try and show the game in a positive light, which I'm sure isn't true. But automatically, once you hear the company's given so-and-so a game, you know that there's some sort of working together. But honestly, at the end of the day, regardless of what is against you or what doesn't work in your favor, the main thing is to keep going, to keep pushing out content. And obviously, when I say keep pushing out content, I'm not talking trash. I'm not talking trash. Some channels can get away with it. You know, certain channels that will focus on, for example, daily uploads or uploading twice a day, regardless of what quality it is. You can get away with 1 or 2 a week, let's say, for example, if you upload daily and you have 1 or 2 stinkers, it's alright, because the other 5 days of the week you've uploaded like quality content and it's good. But if you're consistently taking up, just kicking out trash after trash after trash, it gets a bit But even the channels that just put out trash, because they do it daily, they'll get subscribers and they'll get followers. So the aim of the game is consistency, in my opinion, with quality being an extremely close second. Just me, or has the music gone quieter? I haven't messed with it. But to be fair, there is a setting or an option on Spotify that allows you to normalize the volume. I probably should do that. That would make a lot of sense. It's just that there are times when you're listening to a banger and you want it to be as loud as possible. So I think maybe I'll keep, I don't know whether settings that you have on like a mobile, on the mobile app, sync with like a desktop app on Spotify. I just realized there's a working turbo gauge. That's cool. So yeah, anyway, I guess a bit of a review on the truck itself. Dash is backlit. Whoops. Dash is backlit. There you go, which is cool. Everything seems to be working fine. All the dials and whatnot seems to be working pretty well. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I've never heard these trucks IRL, nor even like seen a video of them, so I don't know what they sound like. But it's just something that's irking me about the audio. I don't know exactly what it is. It could just be that's a little bit low quality, but something sounds off and I can't make out what it is. Also, the like side lights just don't exist. Your headlights will only be on once you're on full beam. But again, that's nothing serious. I wish there were better tuning options. You can tune the truck and add like details to it. I've obviously opted for the good old Michelin Man. We've got the Michelin Man. We've got the roof lights. We've got the warning lights as well. However, it's a little bit buggy when it comes to adding some more accessories, especially if you want to add accessories to the bottom front of the truck. It's a little buggy. Anything you put seems to clip into the model. Just a little bit annoying. But overall, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. The thing is, Pong, I found out that that is actually the case. It still doesn't fill me with confidence though. I need like a mixer. I think with a mixer you can't really go wrong. I wanted to meddle with like van mods, but I don't know how the delivery works on them. I also wanted to give coach mods a try as well, but again, with regards to actually transporting passengers, I don't think I'll be able to do that on this map, and if I did, I'm limited to where I can do those jobs, but I'll still make a decent video, I guess. It'll still be a good experience. Man, every day I start to see the light more and more when it comes to refresh rates. And 60 hertz has been good. It's been a good run, but I need to get something else, man. I can only imagine how much smoother the gameplay would be on just something like 144 hertz. But the thing is, if I do upgrade my monitor, I think I'm going to want to go a bit higher than 144, maybe 270. The thing is, high refresh rate monitors that are like quality are ridiculously expensive, man. Ridiculously expensive. You guys are gonna have to let me in at some point. I've also just noticed the analog clock on the speedometer. That's a nice touch as well. The fact that it's actually functional. Welcome back. What's happening with Twitch? That's not great. You know what? That is so often the case for anything that's optimized for desktop or for like a PC, and they end up making like a mobile app for it. It's always gonna be lagging behind a little bit compared to the desktop, which doesn't really make sense because people would tend to be, I guess for Twitch maybe it's a little bit different because of the core of Twitch is PC stuff, but nonetheless apps do tend to be buggy. be honest, I'm quite surprised. There's a period of time in the last like few months where a lot of apps that I had on my phone were just misbehaving. I'm talking apps like Twitter, like Instagram, you know, big apps. And whatever that is we have on the map is interesting. It's like a little truck stop. Damn, that's cool. But yeah, anyway, and I was just shocked at how bad some of these apps are optimized. Something like an Instagram has no excuse to like be messed up on mobile. But then I also feel like if you haven't got an iPhone, which I don't, I've got a Samsung, and even though I've got the latest model, it's still not an iPhone. And companies and like social media apps will always prioritize iPhone optimization over everything. Like Snapchat only sorted out the camera thing, what, a year ago or 2 years ago? So that it would take pictures and videos from your actual camera instead of just screen recording your phone, which is like ludicrous. Why was that ever a thing in the first place? I actually switched from Samsung to an iPhone because I'm actually sometimes. You know what? I actually wanted to get an iPhone. See me, I'm a realist, right? So maybe I'll want something, but if it doesn't make sense, then I just can't force myself to do it. So I had the S10 from 2019, from when it came out, and earlier last year, mid last year, some point last year, I said to myself, okay, I'm gonna get a new phone. I want it to be an iPhone, and I was gonna get whatever the top of the line was, because when I buy a phone, when I buy anything really, I buy it with the intention that I'm gonna have it for a long time. So I need to get my money's worth, you know. I need to buy something that's going to last me years and years and years, at least 3-4 years. And I was praying that the iPhone 15 would outdo the S23, specifically the Pro Max would outdo the S23 Ultra. Man, and it just didn't. It just didn't. Not in like anything, not the camera, not the like internal specs. And I was so bummed. I was so bummed because when I got my S10, I wanted to get an iPhone. And at the last minute, I said to myself, let me just get a Samsung. So this time I was certain I was gonna get an iPhone, but I can't get what's it called? Like an inferior phone. It wouldn't make sense. Because either way I'm gonna spend a lot of money. So why would I spend a lot of money on something that I know something better exists? At least you've got the top of the line, you know. At least you've got the top of the range model. So even if it's not better than the S23 Ultra, and you know, not in every single way, iPhone still is king in some things. But at the very least, you've got a phone that can last you a long time. That still is an amazing phone, even if, look, the new Google Pixel doesn't have anything on the iPhone or the Samsung, but yeah, it's an amazing phone, and you can't deny it. It's an amazing phone. So, and there are some Huawei models, you know, some Oppo, like you go down and down the line. Every new phone that comes out now is a good phone, realistically. So, either way, I think you're good. But obviously, you still want to get your money's worth, right? Apple are strict, but in the EU, I won't lie, the EU government are handing it to them. There have been 2 like big fines they've had to pay, and like laws they've had to change, or rules they've had to change. Sorry, but it only affects the EU market, so you guys don't really get a benefit of that. But yeah, they're starting to open up a little bit. What annoyed me was they were forced by the EU to utilize Type-C, but then, and they, you know, ended up utilizing it on the 15s or on the 15 Pro Max or whatever. But it was it was a slow speed. It wasn't even like an actual Type-C speed. It's almost out of spite. So we'll see what the 16s are saying, because there were talks that it was the internals of the iPhone, the processor couldn't handle Type-C, like the full Type-C speeds. So I guess we'll see for real when the 16s come out, what the situation will be. I'm yet to see any videos on the S24, you know. However, I know that it's positive, which is interesting, because as soon as I heard that AI is like the standout feature, I was like, oh. But apparently, actually not too bad. And they've got a feature which like live translates phone calls, stuff like that. So it's promising. It's promising. I think I should give it a chance to watch some videos that kind of just really understand the like workings of it. But yeah, as soon as I heard AI, I was like, oh man, like, what does AI even mean anymore? But it seems that they've done well apparently, so I guess we'll find out. Can't deny though, they have iPhoneified it. They've Appleized it in terms of like the shape and the design of it. That was silly, wasn't it? And then I get fined for it. That's so silly. They need to work on that. But yeah, they've Appleized it with the sharper edges, and it just made it look like an iPhone. Like you can't even you can't even deny it. Right, and like Android users live in a lot of iPhone users' heads rent-free. Rent-free. But it makes sense. Like the majority of iPhone users that are like that are just not tech savvy, and Apple have done business and marketing very, very, very well. They know how to market their product. So of course, if you hold an iPhone in your hand and you don't really know the technical details of a mobile phone, you're just gonna think to yourself, yeah, like I'm top. I've got a top product in my hands. Not knowing that like every single feature almost on an iPhone was on a Samsung 6 years ago. Like the eye scanner. I don't know whether it's coming or it's come already, but they're introducing like an eye scanner for like security, and you can like log in with your eyes. That was on the S6. That was back in 2015. Interesting, but yeah, can't blame him. You can't blame him. That reminded me of today. I was listening to my lecturer. We're doing computing for some reason. I don't really. I've never done it before when I've studied engineering, but we're doing computing and coding and stuff. And my lecturer was speaking about computer hardware, and I've put what 6-7 computers together in my lifetime. You know, I watch content, computer like hardware content, every single day, and I'm listening to her speak and describe like a memory chip and RAM and a CPU, and it's just like so cringe. It's so cringe. Just like it's cringe going past the same spot twice. Please don't crash on me. I need to where's my heart? How do I mark a place that I don't want to go through? Yeah. That's an avoid location, so why is it still making me traverse through there? What if I say I don't want to go through here and it sends me the other way? Alright, cool. Oh my god. If that's an avoid location, don't make me go through there. Okay. Oh my god. Alright, that should be it. Yeah. We're actually so... Oh no, the game's crashed. Oh my god. I shouldn't have zoomed out. I should have... Pong, I'm going to get back to the conversation in a moment. Oh, I can't believe this. Let's reload the game. Hopefully we're not too far from there. Also, we might be able to have cleared that little roadblock. So this might work in our favor. Ah, that sucks, man. We should still be good though. I remember one time I told an Apple fanboy iPhone is not all that, and he said, "If I broke, just say that." Right. This like the typical response. It's so funny when they pull that card. But if you actually try to make your point, you might as well just like slam your head against a brick wall because you're not gonna get anywhere. Because a lot of arguments that they will make are based off ego and pride, not facts, not knowledge, not wisdom on the matter. So you're like, by arguing with them, you just bring yourself down to their level. And I can't believe it's a thing that's still going on. Like just yesterday, I saw a meme where a guy was asking for like an Android charger. Oh no, it's even a Samsung charger. And then he said it to a woman. I think they were on like a reality show. He said it to a woman, and the woman started laughing, and then threatened to, you know, ask everyone, "Hey, does anyone have a Samsung charger for so and so?" And he was like, "Oh, please, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that." And it's like, what the heck? It's weird. It's a weird thing. Like, there are bigger things in life to worry about. But like, I'm not an Apple hater. They've innovated the game like no other company has. Although I still don't entirely agree with the removal of the aux port, but you know, and I don't know why everyone followed it. That was embarrassing. That's the only time I've been embarrassed for Samsung is when they followed iPhone's footsteps in removing the audio jack. And I guess, yeah, of course, Bluetooth, you know, headphones are a thing now, but you can't get the same quality as you can with a wired set. With a wired set, you ain't got to worry about battery life, obviously. Yeah, man, it's a shame. Like, for something like the S23 Ultra, I think it makes sense because of the pen. It comes with a pen. But for like all the other models, there's definitely room to add it back. Time is just ticking, ain't it? Crazy, man. Should I do some Roblox first and then do some Euro Truck multiplayer. I'm not sure what. I'm not sure what. Words, English. I'm not sure what should come first. Maybe I'll start with some Roblox. Yeah, I'll try Roblox and what else they have to offer. I had some fun with the map yesterday, the London one. But I'm ready to expand a little bit. I know there's a train one. There's a cool train one that I've seen on I see on YouTube every now and then. That's the one, Stepford County. I don't know whether I've tried that one or not. I feel like I should know, right? There's still this roadblock here. All right. In that case, let's just not zoom out this time. We're gonna have to go through here, isn't it? All right, cool. That's it. We're leaving it like that. We're leaving it at that. Got a little too close investigating, and then every touch of it. Ah, interesting. See, I actually did go on the Discord today while I was at uni. And I had a look at it. Didn't see anything about LIR, although I was only there briefly anyway. But I know that the forums were down. But that's very, very interesting, and it's interesting that, you know, staff had to get involved. I mean, personally, that's kind of confirmation. I'm not gonna lie. That has to be confirmation then. Because if it was a matter of it just being pure speculation, then they would have just been asked to stop, like they do in the forums, or they confirm that, hey, this isn't actually happening, like it's just rumors. But if they're asking for them to be removed, for me personally, that's a confirmation. That's more confirmation than any of the leaks. But to be fair, it does for why hadn't updated the Charlotte turret, it's not even out yet. Right. But sometimes it's not even that. Sometimes there's things like something on the Steam database changes when certain updates come out, and they're usually the telltale signs of a new DLC. But stuff like that, Dubcell can't do anything about that because they have to update stuff like ahead of time. So like, sometimes, what can you do? It's a lose-lose. But then to put something like that in the game, come on man, someone's gonna come across it. But I feel like they wanted that to happen. I really feel like they wanted that to happen because that was preventable. The updated introduction could have come with the route. Like the day that the DLC gets released, the game gets updated and the introduction is released for both the new one and the old one. But to release it now, and then when people start speculating, as you would expect, you get mad. Doesn't make much sense. But yeah, that's confirmation for me, man. Like I've been saying up to this point, rumors. At the end of the day, that's all it is. But this is more than a rumor. Well, after yesterday, or whatever the next week will be what it is. What, after Long Island Railroads? What could it be? Also, isn't the Peninsula Corridor an odd choice for a free game? And why is Link Reinstrecker 90% off? That came out within the last year. That doesn't make any sense. Like, are Dovetail really in need of cash flow and like recognition, or it's really stuck out to me as an odd choice? I'm not complaining, I guess, but there's always a bigger picture to everything, especially when it's Dovetail. Yeah, I mean, it's a good route. It's an amazing route, actually. I think it's one of the best. But like you said, it's kind of crazy. I don't know, it's an odd choice for me. And like I said, I just wonder what the bigger picture is behind that. Tell me how. You know what, this is where I'm kind of lucky that I don't have many people watching me. Tell me how, because I'm part of a Discord, a Discord group that the only way I've been able to see it is you can download it as a whole package, like all the DLC in one go. But I haven't seen how to download DLCs one by one. Is that possible, or is it only possible to get them all in one go? Because I've been wanting to do that. I'll be straight, I'll be real. If you got a link or something, hit me up on Discord, man. I'm being real. I'm being dead serious. If you're aiming for me, send me on Discord. Because the only way I can do it, like I said, is by downloading all of them at once in one file. Like, you can't separate them. And then obviously there's the whole thing about updates and stuff like that. Oh my god, my phone's falling over. Give me 1 second, I've lost everything on my phone. So I'm gonna lose YouTube chat now. Jesus Christ. Okay, so those DLC can work with your with the real game, basically. If so, that's cool. How ironic is it that the Dovetail is streaming right now? Are you able to, do you think you can send me the link to my Discord? I don't mind making an account. I can make an account, just link me to the page where I can take it from there. You know what I should get? I should get a track IR. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. I'm still unsure as to why my phone doesn't notify me for Discord messages, but I like triple checked all my settings today, this morning. Can I be Punk? You know the thing that's been stopping me from confidently streaming is the fact that I don't have all the DLC. Because you know what I used to do the request the route thing where you can just come and just say, hey, I want to watch this, I want to watch that. I can't do that if I don't have everything accessible, you know. So if I have all the DLC, then my friends, I will stream Train Sim Mode tomorrow. They cost too much and they're not worth it. It's like, it's one thing for something to be expensive and it's another thing for it to be good value. They're not the same thing. What, yeah? When Euro Truck Simulator 2 first came out, I pirated it. That was just a general way I used to play games back then anyway, I'll be honest. I pirated it. But I bought it for one reason, because the devs deserved my money. I promise you, back then, I wasn't buying games. Everything I had was pirated. I didn't want to buy games. Euro Truck Simulator 2 was the first game that I bought because I wanted to support the developers. I like this truck, it's nice. Right, but that's what I'm saying though. Like they deserved it, they earned it, you know. And that was way back then. No, I think I bought it in 2014. And it came out in 2012, so that was 2 years of me just scamming, basically. Although, in saying that part, the reception from one of the latest, appreciate it, thank you. The reception for the latest DLC for American Truck Simulator hasn't been received greatly, you know. A lot of people are saying it's low effort. Some are even throwing around the term cash grab. So, looks like they're sliding a little bit, but I trust them to pick up the slack. I need to check out that link because the other day I just straight up googled like what it is that you sent me, and I couldn't find anything. Because I was patient for a while, yeah. Then I thought to myself, bro, F it. Like, I'm just gonna do it this way. And I found nothing. I only found ones where you had to... The game also has to be of the same type. And that obviously I can't work with that because my game's legitimate, so... Also, I don't know if I'm gonna buy another TSW for like I'm not gonna buy it on the release date. I guess it depends on finances, to be honest. But I don't know. I'd feel sick. I'd feel sick for one. Yeah, I would just feel sick. I wouldn't be able to stand it. Could you imagine though? Could you actually imagine? Off the jump. Hey guys. So, we're planning a surprise reveal. Euro Truck Simulator 3. Where you'll be able to drive between Germany, the UK, and the US. We're planning to unlock and release other countries as a DLC. And then 6 months later, there's still only those 3 countries. Oh man, it would be a disaster. It would be a disaster. I'd hate to be like a regular employee for them. Because you just get caught in the crossfire. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of those employees have a genuine passion to make the game, like the same passion that we have, but they can't. They're restricted to time and all else. And when you're working for a company and you're not able, you're not allowed to show your full potential, that really sucks, man. It's depressing, actually. I love the traffic mod I have, man. Like, look how quiet it is now. It's 2 in the morning. I do miss long distance driving, you know. When I was younger as a family, we'd drive 3 days from the UK to Morocco. And you really get a feel of different countries. I mean, it was that let me know how realistic this game actually is. Because you drive through France, you drive through Spain. And yeah, man, it was so surreal, like reliving that on here. And even places like I've never been before, like no, places that I haven't been, like that I've been to once ever in my life. Like Hastings is a place south of the UK by the coast. Went there when I was 11, I think, for a trip. And they've got it in the game. And like, it just brought it all back. That was one of the most surreal experiences I had in this game when I went there. To the point where I And I never ever use my account on Pro Mods unless unless I'm actively downloading the game or the mods. But I went on the threads for like the UK side of the mods, and it just said straight to the developer, listen, you've done an incredible job. But yeah, nighttime on highways is just like, it's just lorries. It's literally just lorries. You'll get the odd car here and there, but you're just blowing past lorries. All right, Pog. Sorry, you're having a nightmare. But hopefully a stress-free viewing experience from now on. I wonder if I should change the route to request the DLC. Because I feel like that's a pretty strong point, like, for viewership, right? Like, you come on and just ask for whatever you want and you get it. But it doesn't draw as many viewers as I thought it would, as I would expect it to, let me say. That's a hell of a shit, by the way. What exactly was the issue with Twitch on mobile phone? Fair enough. I mean, I think it's working alright for me. I don't even have it playing though anyway, I just have it like there just so I can see the chat. Alright, that was pretty good actually, I like that. Is there a garage we can buy here? There's one there. Let's go there, let's buy that and stop over at these two places and see what they are. Yeah, then we'll see whether we'll do another job, which I wouldn't mind actually. Or if we'll go into Roblox, time is it? Okay, it's 7:30. Okay. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Right, so Pong, for Roblox, is there going to be a theme to the games that you're going to show me? Or is it going to be like, just like a variety of different genres of games? Okay. I'm just trying to think of a title for the stream. I'm going to completely close this one, like turn it off, and then start a new one straight after. You know what game's been on my radar recently as well? Project Zomboid. Oh, it's an agency. All the better though. Mercedes dealer. Cool. I think I'll just title it Roblox for the first time. In capitals, exclamation mark, question mark. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. You feel how big the train is around you. You feel how high you are off the rails. You can judge how fast you're entering a station. Oh my God, I love it. I just love it. It's a little bit finicky because at the end of the day, as long as it's not the developers themselves that have, you know, introduced it, it's gonna be like that. But it's like, oh my God, it's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. There's a thread about on the forums if you want to check it out. Something like UEVR Injector, which is what the name of the program. I've seen talk of it today. I think there's a thread of it now on Discord, no? I think I saw earlier on the main feeds. Like, everyone is saying it's incredible. Everyone is saying it's incredible. This is interesting. Maybe I'll start going here when I'm buying trucks for my company. Yeah, it is a mod. UEVR is called. Right, so I'm gonna shut this stream off now. I'm gonna turn it off, and Punk, I know you're gonna stick by. But anyone else that's watching, if you want some Roblox, stick around. I'll be back within a minute or 2 minutes. I just need to change the title and open up Roblox. So I will see you in like a minute.